So I wanted to do a quick video about my what is a sunset video. So I guess we'll call this what is a sunset part 2. But it's about the Final Experiment, which is a challenge to prove the shape of the Earth using a sunset challenge. Now this doesn't prove the Earth isn't flat if the sun doesn't set. If the sun doesn't set a certain way, then it kinda does, but if it doesn't set, but it almost sets the way we know it's going to set because we have video of it, then it's still fine. If we see that sun perpendicular, if we see that sun really far out, then it's fine.
It has total darkness for 6 months of the year, so there's very little sunlight. And when the sun does come in the summer, it comes at such a very low angle that it doesn't provide a lot of heat. And the resultant is that it's the coldest place on Earth.
So it's not really fair. But then again, it is fair because the globe doesn't have proof of motion and they don't have proof of curvature. So when you say, is the Earth moving to people, they go, well, that's just geocentrism, man. I know, but it's kind of a big part of your model. I don't know how you have a spinning ball, let alone the universe and all the rest of it, if this Earth isn't spinning. This Earth just does not appear to be spinning. This experiment will prove whether or not the Earth is spinning or not, or if it's the sun spinning around us. It will do that. It will prove geocentrism. And then they came along and said, you know, it's spinning, and they said the sun proves that, and the sun proves that with these 24-hour suns. And I've been hearing about these 24-hour suns for years, and I'm always like, you know, I work a job, man. Like, I go see sunsets when I'm not working, but like, tell me more about it. Like, send me a link. They never do. And then there's just a couple links of this 24-hour sun in the southern hemisphere. So summer solstice just happened, and that sun was really high in the sky. So I'm doing this thing called the Sunset Challenge. And what I'm asking people to do is go watch 10 sunsets this summer. Watch a few pretty soon, and then save a few for like towards fall, because what you're going to see is that sun's high in the sky, and then you're going to see it more perpendicular. Now, why is that? Is it because the Earth's moving around the sun, or is it because the sun's moving around us? When these people go down to Antarctica, they're going to see plains everywhere. They're going to see flat ice. They're going to see flat glaciers. They're going to see flat water. They're going to see flat horizon lines. If they're not using GoPro images, they're going to be up on mountains. They're going to see flat everything, flat horizons. It's just gonna be flat. It's just so crazy how flat it is, but it's a little hard to wrap your head around. So the best way to do it is to understand geocentrism first. But geocentrism is actually fascinating, and it's actually beautiful, and it's actually really great to know how the seasons work. And it can be great to go watch some sunsets. So the challenge isn't me challenging you to change your position. The challenge is me getting you to challenge yourself. Just challenge yourself. Are you seeing a sun set on the stage of your life, or are you seeing this Earth going around this sun? Which one is it? And it's a question for yourself. For me, I just can't wrap my head around any explanation that would say anything other than the Earth isn't moving. It's just not moving. So what they're going to see when they go do this sunset challenge in December is they're going to see a sun moving really far out in the horizon. It's going to be really low. It can be really low in the sky. If it were a ball, it would need to be high in the sky because ball Earth is rotating around ball sun. And because of that, it would look high in the sky. You would have to move your head up. But that's not what we do. You see the sunsets and you're looking out. In the southern hemisphere, it's setting really far away from you. Now, whether it sets or not isn't that big of an issue for flat Earth. We can still have a model where it peaks above the horizon. So on the flat Earth model, it's rotating all around the circumference. You see their summer sunsets. It's way different than our summer sunsets. Now, they fake videos. That's the issue going on with this sunset challenge. There's a bunch of fake videos about it. They even use a video from Alaska, and they pass it off like it's a video from Antarctica, and they say that proves the 24-hour sun. Now, there's only like one other video of a 24-hour sun, and that one shows the sun doing what we need it to do. We need it to be setting low on that horizon. Now, again, whether it sets or not isn't that big of a deal. But if it does set, if it sets, there's never a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, which is what we're saying is going to be true. It 100% proves geocentrism. It 100% does. And this is huge. This would mean every book Neil deGrasse Tyson's ever written is hogwash. It means every book that Lawrence Krauss and Michio Kaku have written is complete malarkey. And they've admitted that. And you don't feel the Earth to be moving. And if the sun sets like this, if the sun sets in December in Antarctica, it's setting on flat Earth. It is. It is setting over that horizon. It is setting over that plane. Now, proving it this way, proving flat Earth this way, is not completely fair. But it is fair to say that it proves geocentrism. So I'll meet you at geocentrism first. That's great. We'll do this final challenge. I'm all in. I think it's great. But the first thing we need to do is we got to get people watching sunsets. We need to get people used to looking at the sun, because the sun sets differently in the summer than it does in the winter. And if you watch sunsets towards the fall, you're going to see it setting farther away from you. And then in the winter, you're going to really see what it's doing. And it's going to be doing a version of what they're going to be seeing as well, because it's going around the edge. So for them, it's going to be high in the sky around noon, but then it's going to start going around them, and they're going to be looking out, and it's going to be setting from right to left for them. It sets from left to right for us because it's opposite, and that's not because of it's a ball. That's just because it's backwards. They're just turned around. They're looking in. It's 100% proof that this Earth is geocentric. And for me, that sun will be setting on flat Earth. So I think this is a great way to introduce flat Earth to people, but you gotta go watch sunsets. I think it can be helpful. People work, man. I get it. You gotta go look at the sun, but wear sunglasses. Don't burn out your retinas. And then see it this summer. See it high in the sky, and then towards the fall, see it jump out the horizon, and you'll see what you're looking at. And come winter, man, you're gonna see the sunset on flat Earth in Antarctica, and it's gonna be glorious.